Hey, this is Phil for video diary entry number 2. Um, I guess I could have gotten my little tripod, but it's all the way over there across the room. I just not feeling it right now. So, the last 24 to 48 hours has been pretty crappy. I don't want to make this a complain blog. I really don't, but let me just give you a example of what I'm talking about here. Um, so basically, before I quit my job, you may recall I mentioned that last time I quit my job on May 7th. Part of the reason that I felt like I could do such a thing was because I was in talks with a company who I will not name regarding a very large project where they wanted me and a friend to paint a series of murals outside. We weren't. I don't know that we were sure it was going to be outside, but it was outside. But we weren't really getting any information about what this location was going to look like, and so to try to get this moving along because they weren't moving along on it, I went ahead and went out to visit said location, and it was on an incredibly rocky terrain, a bunch of gravel and sand and loose soil and stones and basically desert. Okay, this is like a lot that was like a desert, surrounded by greenery on the other lots, of course, but not this lot. This lot was desert. So as I'm walking around the perimeter taking pictures for my friend, so that she could see what we were working with, because she lives a lot farther north and wasn't able to make the trip. I end up just just by stepping my foot down. I end up twisting my ankle and falling on top of it, folded in, and scraping my leg and my arm. And at that point in time, nobody was aware that I had arrived yet, and I was like a decent walk from my car. So there I was, laying on myself, on my ankle, folded over. It was really a special kind of pain. Um, Thankfully, it's not broken. It is sprained. But I kind of had like this weird, crazy moment where I was like, oh my gosh, no one knows I'm here. It's in like the bright sun is beating down on me. I'm starting to get overheated, and I have a difficult time moving. So that was a scary little moment. Um, I got up and I hobbled back to my car, and ended up taking the guy ended up showing up, and we took a tour. And long story short, they wanted us to do something that we were not set up to do. They wanted us to essentially paint buildings. Let's just say that. I don't want to badmouth anybody. I don't want to insult anybody, but this was not the right job, and I don't believe it was the job we thought we were getting signed up for. What sucks about it is the pay for this job going into it. I thought I was going to be getting enough money that was going to basically last me a year, and it's partly a big part of why I took the risk to begin with of leaving my job, my day job, and doing this show, uh, was because I believed I was going to have a bit of a nest egg that could kind of hold me over for the better part of a year. So so fast forward to today, and we started to talk about the whole thing, about the payment, and they wanted to pay us a third of what we were willing to do the job for, and so the whole job fell through today. And so this video journal is decidedly a more concerned version of me, and I'm not giving up. I'm not, changing my course of action just yet. Hopefully, I won't have to change my course of action at all. Um, but I am definitely a lot more concerned right now, and because I don't have I don't have a source of income at this point other than the few subscribers that my show has. So the plan is still to get the word out there and get as many subscribers as possible. If I can hit 200 people, I can pull this off without having to worry about, running off somewhere and trying to get a desperate job, which would be undoing everything that I set out to do in a single month's time if I were to do that. I don't want to do that at all, but especially not in a month. So yeah, I'm not begging for help, but I am talking about this because it's very real. It consumed a large part of my day. I'm very much concerned right now, and at this point in time, as of May 31st, 2018, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I know that there can be some amazing things that can happen when we least expect it, and when we have the door open. I'm going to remain positive. I am going to keep pursuing my passion. I'm going to keep myself calm and not freak out about this. I'm not looking for people to tell me what to do or to fix my problem for me. I'm not looking for that. I'm a very stubborn individual, and I don't like asking for help. That being said, if you want to help pass the word along on the show, that would be great. If you would like to subscribe to the show yourself, that would be great. Really, anything in the form of making sure this show gets known would be great. On a positive note, I've got an interview lined up for next week for a future episode of the show with a writer. He was a former writer of a cartoon in the 90s called Pinky and the Brain. You may have heard of it. So that's going to happen on a future episode, and some other things I'm working on as well. I might actually have my first sponsor, which would be great as well. So, hope is not lost. It's just a fuzzy light in the background right now. And until next week, I know I'm a little bit early, like a day early, but I figured I don't want to be thinking about all this tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm ready to move on and start making things work again. So today was my day to gripe and complain and get it out of my system. And I'm not going to hold on to anything negative. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, any of you that are watching, and have a great weekend.